Alright, hello, and welcome back. Hello everybody, hello VO, Neon, Faye. How's everybody doing tonight? Sync everything up here. Alright. Oh, it's going for me too. Let's see. Where was I? I was waiting for the thought cabinet to finish up. Find smokes and smoke them. Sure, I can do that. Oh, let me get some money. Some Goat Simulator? I played Goat Simulator a while ago. And Goat Simulator 3. Oh yeah, they just released the Goat Simulator Remastered, didn't they? Maybe I'll have to go back and revisit that. Here we go, I got the white tank top, +1 to physical instrument. Work it. A tank top, gym vest, reeking of sweat. This sleeveless shirt is the best choice if you're not afraid to show off your masculine upper body and that hairy chest. What does this one do? Is it just +1 to conceptualization, -1 suggestion? I'll keep that. Let's see, any money? I need money for smokes. Lawyers probably store fuel here. Now they store booze. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on, I can go back and I can go back to my room. And I can collect all of the bottles. Also, I think Kim will comment on my horrible room.
Yes?
Oh no, he doesn't. Oh wait, here it is. Empathy. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner, but it's all too morbid to ignore. Back to my room. You're looking at the destruction. I'm sorry for this. I did it my way. This is where the magic happens. Say nothing, nod stoically. My
I can see
way.
that.
He takes a step towards the door. It looks like he'd like to leave now. The atmosphere is oppressive. Jordan Peterson, clean your room. Damn it. Pick up the bottle. The bottle right there. You just kind of have to move the stick to interact with stuff. Maybe I can't pick that one up. It's not letting me. Okay, I think that's all of them. There's something on the table. What is it? It doesn't let me interact with it. Oh. Nothing on the front page rings a bell strange. It's all about money, you know. Alright, let's see. Well, I think I probably have enough money to get some smokes. Oh, wait. Ah, there's some magnesium. Jilkin. No, $1.40. Don't you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Into the endless cycle of consumption. Oh, no, that's the... Okay, that's not it either, which is the... Ah, there it is. Shimmering wall of vices. A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles lines the shop wall, inviting you closer. Electrochemistry. There, in that dark green glass, a world of ruby, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth. Wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol. I'm in heaven. I need it all so bad. Say nothing, just take it in. This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know and pay and stuff.
She adjusts her hat.
But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Electrochemistry. And know this, you will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol. Please tell me more about these products.
The pale aged vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong.
What is pale?
You know.
She shrugs, uninterested in explaining it further. Electrochemistry. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Let's concentrate on what's important here. Okay, what will consuming this stuff do for my body?
I mean, I already said it'd hurt you. I don't know what else they do.
Let's see. Tutorial substances give powerful bonuses for your main stats at the cost of damaging your health or morale. Cigarettes raise your intellect while damaging your health. Alcohol raises physique while damaging your morale. Use medication like Nosafed and magnesium to counteract the negative effects of substance. Note, consuming substances can have unforeseen consequences for you. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
Let's see, Commodore Red, pale-aged vodka, alcohol, potent Pilsner, smokes, Astra. Well, I need the... They're only $2.90. Sure, give me
Here you
the
go,
smokes.
mister.
Just light it up in here. Oh yeah, you have to actually equip it. Hold on. Electrochemistry. There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The first smoke's platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into the fire for you, sir. Pull one out of the pack. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Oh yes, Bratan! Please light up! You need a trooper between your lips right now! Calm your shit down! Go to Pleasureland! Become a genius!
Light it up. I don't want to light it right now. People are watching. Put it back in the pack. Light it up. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go.
Hey, you can't smoke in here.
I knew it.
Please, don't fuck with Frit.
The girl's voice betrays little interest or enthusiasm. She doesn't even look up when she continues. Shut up, it's already happening. What are the repercussions if I do this? Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. No, throw it away at the last second. Johnny Thunder. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I leveled up from that too. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth, Johnny Thundercock, is back, and he's chill as balls. Substance use, smokes Astra, task completed. Gained 30 experience and level up. Well, in the bottom right corner is a screen. There's a cigarettes button. Cigarette gives you +1 intellect, skills, logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, sex, speed, and drama. This is good for a white check, but damages your health. Well, I could level. What should I get a level in? Smarter and closer to death. I don't know yet. Maybe I should save it for when I need a skill check. I'll just do that for right now. What did I get? Oh yeah, the garbage bag. Oh yeah, I need to turn on the lights and step into the, and read my ledger thing. 3 T's, how idiomatic. Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Press engine start. The dashboard lights up with an orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canema comes to life with a whiny growl. Press the button labeled headlights. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Interfacing. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, the iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Dissipation. The damaged ledger. Around the borders of the watermark are dozens of, no, hundreds of micro perforations. Look at the shimmering street grid. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanima's headlights. Wait, look around you. Where are we on this? Point to the halogen map. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears among the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her, in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, where are we on?
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map on the segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice. Seems like a shithole. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
Look, oh yeah, look at the perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. Tally up the different rows. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad. What about the next one? The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border and then some. Count them individually. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150 at least, maybe even 200. What about the last row? The last row has 3 perforations. 3? That's it? That's it? Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean? Point to the dots on the watermark.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Rhetoric. Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all.
No, I'm a boomer.
What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years? I've done this? Got drunk like a megastar. I walked the land, telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. I was a hobo and lived under a boat. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have any idea? There are 9,855 days remaining.
Cool. I'm glad you joined us. Not a lot of money in doom crying. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot? I would have thought there'd be more.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super cop? I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? I don't think I can ever re-become this person. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So, I'm a killer. I was expecting a higher number, honestly. That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Half-Light, he's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
He says, declining to elaborate. How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what? Maybe I should find a hobby. Hobbies are lame.
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
He points to your yellow gardening gloves. Esprit de corps. It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. Maybe I should pour one out for the boys, the fallen. The lieutenant sighs.
If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you.
Pour one out on the ground, ceremonially. Actually, I'm just gonna hold on to it. Nah, I want my booze.
As you will.
Thanks for this. Okay, let's go. Put the ledger away.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Presses the remote control of his key. You can now see your statistics on the journal page, right of the task description. Half-Light. Tremble, the time is now. Incomprehensible text. What time? The time for the show, for a hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream. What is that? Wait, when did this countdown begin? Monday morning, the moment you arrived in this reality. You were the first to crack in the sheer ice of God. From you, it will spread. Is this because of the insane world ending I've been saying, isn't it? Proceed. Yes, you spoke the words of the and the house of Periconasus, that's how you say it. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself. Am I sure it's not just a joke or some kind of coping mechanism? I'm a little afraid. I do think the world might end soon. Opt in. Yeah, I'm going to opt out of this whatever it is. This was a mistake. Opt out. It's totally also a coping mechanism. I'm a little afraid. So you should be. The world island crumbles at your feet, and in the far plain. I'm gonna opt in. Thought, cop of the apocalypse, the face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. we all become vapor. Oh, actually, I need to unlock one of the... You know, here, let me just go. A thought. Where's the... Cop of the Apocalypse. There we go. Minus one rhetoric. You woke up in a hotel room and started rambling about the end of the world. It's not your normal, everyday doom crying either. Something truly colossal is approaching. The gloaming, the culling, the bloodletting, the unimaginable proportions. Until now, you've been pleasantly vague about the precise nature of this cataclysm. No more. Put the bloodletting on the burner and really figure out what's threatening the fragile physical reality you just found yourself in. Oh yeah, how much longer does this thing have? Not too long. 21 minutes, okay. I can probably talk to this guy.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. Conceptualization. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes. Keep listening. I am the law. What's going on here?
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Arbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
A limbo, huh?
Upon days.
Oh, he had more. He glances south down the road. Limbo, huh? So that's where I am. So how long have you been here?
Yeah, exactly.
Conceptualization. It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife. How long have you been?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased. But I can roll with it. I don't quite understand what you just said. Could you say it again, only a little less plotting?
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Got any smokes on you? Care to spare some change for a working stiff? Tell me more about this strike.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Electrochemistry. What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get on the next one. Composure. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity to him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior. Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there? Point to the yard.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Drama. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity.
What are you hauling anyway? Or empathy 17%. What do you see in his eyes?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
You're under arrest. Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld. Okay, and what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately.
So nothing illegal in... That's your machine behind you. Can I get one of those found tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
So nothing illegal
Not
in...
unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road. This
That's your
rockin'
machine?
beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Encyclopedia. A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of a found rust bucket. Maybe the A6? That's a found A6 you've got there.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Right, I had other questions. Let's see, I'm good for now.
Don't be a stranger.
He gives you a salute with 2 fingers. Okay, this thing's gotta be close to being done. It's got another 8 minutes. Okay, let's see. Oh, I can talk to the kid outside the bookstore.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hello. I am the law. Hi. That's...
I know, sir.
Let's see. She stomps her feet to feel warmer.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of a store is this anyway? Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Encyclopedia. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl. What is a book? What is a postcard? What is a board game? Don't be ridiculous. I knew all these things. What's a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
What's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting, thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register, or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide, as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I should have a word with the store owner, maybe. As such a good trooper you are. Already learning the value of hard work. Pat her head. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this? School is stupid. You're lucky not to be there. What is school anyway? School is stupid.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Composure. There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette. How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Inland Empire. Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders. Cursed? In what way? Good to hear that it's going well. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Cursed.
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt? Ass up? Say nothing.
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
I don't think curses are real. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses? How does this curse manifest itself? Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse for now.
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Enough about the curse.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Your tarot cards. All right, little girl, I'm done. Hold on, my racist thought has concluded.
Advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
Wow, that's enough with the casual racism. I'm now into ranked competitive racism.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Let's go over that funky race classification again. I think I know what the race enigma is.
And
It's shit. Let me into the fucking harbor. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. This racecraft is what rich people want us to do while they get all the money. It's just something you shock people with, liberal and progressives people. It's what you want it to be. It's a free association language exercise, degenerate race hero. I don't know about the rest, but it's clear I should stop drinking the ancient Himalarian mind poison, Al Ghul. This jump is ready to be superseded by the Areopagite superstate. I can serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop.
everyone can see that. It has little to do with the race enigma.
Yeah, Elon Musk is going to head the... He's head of the ranked... Oh, he does the, he says he's like numbered in the top 20 Diablo players in the world. Right now. Well, now he's in the top 1 racists in the world. Everyone can see that. It has a little to do with the race
Baby,
enigma.
don't be mean. Give him another chance.
Anything for you, babe.
Let's see. You plan to supersede the Occidentals with your own race theory, with their own race theory?
Look, babe. The minion of law is also a racist, but his racism is basic and road. He thinks he has solved the great race enigma by describing a road mechanism of scientific competition.
So unadvanced.
The woman looks half bored.
The basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory.
It's
An
another Nazi
esoteric
moon-based
study
movie.
reaching back to the ancient mass society of Pericarnassus over 4,500 years ago. Basic racist, I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad, like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door.
That's all I wanted. I'm not a racist and I don't need your help, please.
Very well. You may enter the door once. Our race conversation here has concluded.
Uncritical. This is just the Florida education system.
Finally. Let's go.
Gotta talk
The
to him again.
unpromising race pupil returns.
Okay, well, we have to come back to him later during the the fascist vision quest. There, now I'm in the harbor. Let's see, every worker, a member of the board, is written on the top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Someone left the coffee machine on. The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. Postcard. Le Jardin 21. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river, a little more than a decade after the war. The Eastern Bank is already fully renovated, The hillsides are lush and with gardens and residences. Someone parked a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. A standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Got some sunglasses. Let's see. These were stuffed away in the dockworkers' union office. They're perfect for scribbling down paperwork when the sun tries to get in your eye. Good for staring down suspects too. +1 visual calculus, -1 drama. Oh, Eye of the Reckoner. And a bit dry. And so we've got a book, La Fume, Volume 1, Number 4, The Leading Intellectual Organ of Martinez Communism. Offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzle, with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. Federal propaganda? I mean, it's already Florida propaganda. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Oh, I was trying to interact with the payphone. No, there it is. And let's see. A punch clock payphone. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down on you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike, use change." Cost 10 cents. You have $4.09, sure. Let's see. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. We have interfacing, 42%. Let your muscle memory dial a random number. Success. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Still calling. Then...
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you?
What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy.
No, I meant, what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Do you know me?
No.
Then why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I don't even know my name.
If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone. No, I can't return my pornos. Policeman cloak. Looks like someone left this tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Revacholian Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. Inland Empire. Inland Empire. This is your cloak. You can feel it. Lieutenant, point to the cloak. I think it's mine.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
You think I should get it?
The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
Grab the cloak. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. Esprit de corps. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying. The Martinez. Served with a side of Commodore Red. The +1 Esprit de Corps. Taking back the streets. +1 Shivers. Know thy neighborhood. Over the +1 to... Oh, it's just a pure upgrade, basically. Oh, let me see what that... Let's see. Collecting rainwater. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. Pick up all the bottles. Okay, it's all to let me pick up. Bottle.mp3. Night Watchman's booth. This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud. Volition. Listen. It's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather. Endurance. No. You need to rest. Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat. Kim, I'm gonna take a quick look inside. Search the booth. Have a seat. Rest. The chair is not astraire as the rest of the booth. A thin gray pillow is attached to the seat, secured by the styles by black ribbons. Breathe deep. Search for a little something to help you out. The drawers are empty, save for old-time sheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They're slightly out of date. Kim, would you mind if I help myself to some meds? Take the painkillers. Read the side effects. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to l'opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse. The safest drug you see on billboards. Maybe this is a bad idea. Would you mind if I help myself to some meds?
I'm not here to tell you what to do, detective.
This is some band names. Yeah, fuck it. Give me that. It's Hypnogamma and Nosafet. You take the painkillers. They're yours now. Get up. You stand and exit the booth. Kim, I'm gonna take a look inside.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Take the picture. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in the street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabiner uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
Dude, okay. That's a party popper right there. Nam and Jaden would want some of that. Why did you take the... something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. I'm making an artistic photo collage, Kim.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Leave. All around you, great machines in white essence. White pines trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Crane control panel. A rusting control panel with several knobs, 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to have to control a large crane above the container is attached to a hook block. Encyclopedia. Marche on. Arrête off. Press marche. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. Inland Empire. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled, to move this container. What's inside the container? Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Let's see, press Arrête. The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform. Valsen. Cargo container door. Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard. Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are 1 million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane. I don't know, Kim, it just feels special. Inspect the container. Maybe there's contraband in there. You're right, it's probably nothing.
It's a cargo container, Detective, just like all the others.
He doesn't even look at it.
We're not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
Knock on the door. No reply. Open the door. You attempt to turn the handle, but to no avail. The door seems to be mechanically locked. Esprit de corps, to your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. Rhetoric, 3%. Persuade the door to open. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric? Because getting physical wasn't an option. Yeah, why am I?
Why are you what?
The lieutenant looks startled. Anything at all?
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Nothing more to do here for now. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. The speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Oh, it's a locked container, I guess? I don't remember what this is. But it's... Industrial-sized thermos smells like burnt coffee. The banner says, under the weight of the... sags under the weight of the rain and snow.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Conceptualization. The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. Encyclopedia. The accent is so thick it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi. From the vanishing peninsula of Ubisoft in Mundi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Hi. Do not interrupt the little man in his joyous activity. Leave.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs? Actually, I am, yes.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
It doesn't seem to be. Waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Logic, 42%. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him. Success. The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountain rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. Conceptualization. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Where is everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential
We're
look.
on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
But what did they actually do? Really? Did they kill someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
He chuckles.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Good-hearted chuckle again.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. Logic. So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting. I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
What is that container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
I'm looking for the leader of the Dockworkers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna need some healing for this. Oh yeah, I got the card. Let's see. Oh, I already read the description. Okay. me in now there. Now the coffee in the giant thermos is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. A taxidermy fish that tells time. Everard Clare. Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. Are you in charge of the dock workers? Let's get straight to business. There's a dead body in a tree.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
Now the man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
Composure. He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair. Esprit de corps, whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Inland Empire. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name. Take a seat. I'd rather stand. Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
Inland Empire. It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out. Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Remain serious. Try to wink back. Damn, this chair is uncomfortable.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The pain threshold. Oh, heal me. I only have one more healing after that. The chair you're sitting in has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again. Perception sight. Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it. Wait, you know, Gart? Thanks, Everett. Take the comically large check. Take the comically large check, but don't say anything. Keep it cool. Oh, keep it. I'm good. Leave the check. You can take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. Leave it. Take it and don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
Volition. No. No, it's cool. You've got integrity.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. My morale, no. Let's see. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. How do you know about my lost gun? I'm not worried, and I got this. I would appreciate any help you could provide.
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Anti-coordination. It was loaded. There are 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded. Kim, turn to Kim. Oh, composure. 8%. -1 took the novelty check, +1. Didn't say thanks for it. -2, the chair is killing you. -1, side effect spooks. Don't panic. Kim?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Well, I have to... Nope. God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun, and those children are going to shoot themselves with it. No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool. So what? Men can cry too.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
No, I need all the drugs. Composure. What is this Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Composure. Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in some kind of throwing motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois. No, I'm as good as it gets. Mr. Dubois, vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding. Actually, this chair's uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. Sit upright. I'm melting.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Reaction speed. Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. Volition. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? You called me Mr. Dubois, why? Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt, a steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Also, I studied the footprints at the crime scene. Worker boots. Yeah, the belt thing. Say nothing. You are a community leader. Help your community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
He picks up a handset of a radio phone to his right, then clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And, Jean, please take it easy with the race science. He's had enough of that.
No, I haven't.
You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
He winks at you. Rhetoric. The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Hold on, could he really hold my gun hostage? I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. I don't care about my gun, keep it. Does this mean if I do things for you, I'll get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He is not.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Let's see, I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense that there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life. You've heard wrong, Everard. We're not. Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Inland Empire. The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course. And that frown shall turn into a smile, only if you play along. Why don't you just open it yourself? Whose door is it? I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Damn it, fine. I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder. Accept the task.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his fingers.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Why do you keep calling me Mr. Dubois?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
Inland Empire. That's what the hanged corpse called you, Harry. So that's my real name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It's true, my memory is a bit hazy. My memory's fine, I'm just testing you.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is... I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out.
Acolyte, don't trust him. For all you know, Dubois might be his name. You need to confirm this.
I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right. I can.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Everard over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Drama. Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Show him you're on edge. Do some probing first. Drama 42%. Have another look at that folder. No. Everard's large hands are covering the folder. But the look on your face says, I know everything about you, Harry. He knows everything about me. I've got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume?
Let's get this straight. What's my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Inland Empire, you feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a Harry. Strange. Wait, I thought you were Harry Dubois. I feel like a Dubois, but not quite like a Harry. Something longer. Okay, I like it. I can work with that. I don't like that.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
Yeah, you're right, I don't. I think I do. I'd be a wonderful father. Never mind the family.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
It says... Oh, yes. Very interesting. It says you're more like a mad prophet than a cop. Always rambling about the end of the world. I'm sure these stories are exaggerated.
Exaggerated? Everard, the time is now. We are looking at a catastrophic global loss of life.
Of course, Harry. Sin, blood, death, catastrophic loss of life. All those things. And that's why you and I must be prepared. So let's talk about how we can help each other.
We are looking at those things. No. Where did you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry. Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
What's in that container outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it. It was attached to the Coulson crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Rhetoric, smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it. Aren't you going to ask me?
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil.
I really believe in the race mystery, and I'm glad I was given this chance. I hope to one day be able to contribute. I'm not a race pupil, I just listened to some of the things he had to say. It was a tactic, I needed to get in somehow. It's not like I'm a racist now. Yeah, I'm a big racist. It's basically like that in my head all the time. I really believe in the race
Personally,
mystery.
I'm not big on the whole race thing, but that's okay. It's all right to be a massive racist, Harry.
He sinks deeper into his armchair.
Let me assure you, I'm very glad you're comfortable sharing this with me. I run a big and quirky organization. Everyone is welcome. Birds of all feathers.
Kinda quirky though.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Let's see. Everett, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering how I was supposed to get out. Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Does Kim
Yes.
have anything to say? No. Okay, I got a level, but I think I'll save that for when I get another thought cabinet thing. Giant novelty check. A 20 by 50 centimeter check. Looks like it's meant to be handed over ceremoniously on a gala event. Like, it supposedly exchanges for 25 real at your local fruit store below the number. A careful hand has written the words Constable's Rent, all of it. Note, worthless in a pawn shop. Coulson means Whale Fjord in Arden.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
That was nice enough. Labor utopia, not approvingly. Complete shit.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everyone said you have a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
said it belonged to a weasel. I was hoping you could tell me. I don't know, some whistleblowers, I think.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
Taps on the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity, and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel, and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. A wink.
Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist friend. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person? When he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask. Inland Empire. Who he is, and what they are fighting for. This is interesting. Why are you striking? Any idea who killed the hangman?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
Wait. So, not wages or pensions or... how large a share would you like? Oh, okay. Economy stuff. I get it. I want to talk about something else.
All of it. However, right now
Oh,
we
hello
want
there,
all
knight.
the harbor workers
How's
to
it
be on the
going?
company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Are you a communist? The boss man Everard. What can you tell me about him? Got the picture. Let me ask you something else.
Sure thing.
Sure thing. A gust of wind blows through his hair. Any idea who killed the
A
hangman?
mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Oh, there you go. Well, I hope the concert was fun for you.
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What'd you see? Hold up. What does that mean? Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Half-light. He means a more violent factions could easily take care of such a thing.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's
Oh,
not my
Lincoln
search.
Park. There you go. I hope it was fun. Good talking to you. Gotta run. Endurance. It's clear you like the hard stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's where the here's where the fascist playthrough really begins. Here's the... Endurance. It's clear you like the hard stuff, brother. The what? Sounds like my stomach growling. What is my lower intestines going on about? Discard thought. Yeah, I know. Oh, no. Evening falls. The time has come to take the vows. Vows? The vows of blood and flesh. What is my lower intestines going on about? Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system. Okay, but what's the hard stuff? Fascism, brother. What is fascism, though? Okay, stomach. I made up my mind about fascism. Proceed to the judgment. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachel's problems? Foreigners, financiers, leftist academicians, liberals. I thought you were my circulatory system. Foreigners. Yes, them. But also... women. Women? Woo men. Men of woo. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Women need to go back to the fucking kitchen. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important, but the main thing is that women need to know their place. Am I having some kind of a stomach seizure? Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth. Why am I getting this? Because you've said the hard things that others won't say, the good things. You've said them many times. Fascism sounds so bad, though. What if we called it something like traditionalism? Okay, yes. Let's call it that. Good thinking. Okay, stomach, I made up my mind about fascism. Proceed to the judgment. You're going to keep your vows, right? Keep your vows, brother. I will keep my vows for the glory of the Revacholian nation. Opt in. Absolutely not going to be played by an upset stomach. In. Thought gained Revacholian nationhood. For the nation. Smart. Best not to mention the woman too often. That's why you're the head, and I am the stomach. No, fascism is about industry and politics and nationhood, not women. I absolutely okay with women. Pat your stomach, finish thought. I'm okay with women. Of course you are, brother, of course. A wink-shaped growl sounds from your ass. Pat your stomach. Let's see, what's his name? Oh. Shivers. All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drops from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. What am I doing? Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. What do I see? Gray sky. Like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. How does it feel? Human. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you. What's in the west? Sheets of rain over the city. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean, wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet. Beyond the Bay of Revachol, ghosts rise into the sky. Who are you, ghosts? What's down the shore? Run your fingers through your dampened hair. Your hair is an oily mess, flecked with ash from the neighboring coal plant. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. And to the east? The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. Clench your teeth to stop shuddering. Shake your shoulders again. You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza snow. Two green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the mosaic pavement of the plaza. What's in the north? Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46 millimeter bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapsed from mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. And closer to here? A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath the feet of a dead man. He swings from a tree, a gaping hole in his bare, rotting chest. What's in the south? A traffic jam, rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. What's on the other side? The road ascends to raised motorways loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snow melts in Jamrock. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Have a brother in the cut, where the wood at? Why am I not there? To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day of the revolution failed. What am I doing here? Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock city stretches inland. Shudder, look further. In the rain-swept distance above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. What is above? Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears. What's below? Collapsed storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater, hiding weapon caches from the revolution, doors leading down to Les Royaumes, the catacombs of which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead. Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Where is Measurehead? Is he down here? Or did he move over to the... Is he still... Oh, he's still up there. Hold on.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Everard told you to help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. My unpromising race pupil entered the harbor and used my superior to give me orders. I salute your cunning and will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that? Okay then, I'll wait here while Measurehead goes. No way, we're not going to do that. Back off. What if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Okay.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Why are you with Measurehead? Yeah, we're the law around here. Apparently so. We're just trying to keep things from going to shit.
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it. I don't, I've seen enough of the dead body already.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
I'll work with whoever I want. Yes, I am an unbelievably corrupt cop. I am corrupt every opportunity I get. That's none of your business. Perception hearing. A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then... The man turns to look behind him, at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There has been no side choosing. We did what we had to keep order. Thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a Union man from now on.
I love that insult. The ham sandwich. Let's see. Cup of the Apocalypse. The Hanged Man. I think the sound. Fix that. There we go. Let's see. The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side. Beautiful. Wipe a tear from your eye. Well, it's down. Celebrate in a more reserved manner. Great job, wise race mentor.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else for this, a doctor? Don't we have someone else to cut his shit open? Got it. First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Actually, it appears I have forgotten what a field autopsy is.
Fine. It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes note, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
Kuno would be a Trump supporter. Do we need a scalpel for it?
A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
Clap your gloved hands. Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Where should I take these notes? In my paperwork? Take out your ledger.
Yes, you see, the field autopsy form is the one on red copier paper.
First, what exactly is... open your ledger at the field autopsy form. The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11 field info form needs filling out first. It begins with begin one assistant. Let's jump ahead to the 3-part summary.
That's you.
Right, Harry Dubois. Right, the gloaming. Leave it empty. The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says the 2 coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
Write it down.
Next.
3 name.
NA. Next.
4 date of birth.
NA.
5 age.
Roughly 50.
Right, 50. The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook. 6 race.
Mondial.
Write it down. The pudgy mess is curdled meat, looks neither mundal nor anything other. 7 sex.
Fucky!
The little monster exclaims energetically.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, fucky. Right, pig's gonna have sex? Naively, the lieutenant does not double-check your notes.
El bigo mistako, Lieutenant!
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
Boys thick. Write down 4351.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains. 11. Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Inland Empire. A strange word. Treatment. What exactly is treatment anyway? I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over here? Agreed. No treatment. I'm not so sure. What's next? No opinion.
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
They moved the body.
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
So there's an upside-down pineapple in your shopping cart. All right there, Vio. You have a good night. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Escalation, religious in nature, a holdout from the pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform, then... Esprit de Corps, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row. Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette ball-like against the window, outside Grand Curon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Torson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead, more than anything else. Shivers. The building is tall, 7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide, the other an accident, the small one. Esprit de Corps. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH 40, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Turn the page. Let's see. One external examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto the side to check the underwear label. Oh, here we go.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Write it
The
down.
boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Write it down.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse's hair before moving on. Write it down. Short, light brown, male pattern baldness. The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to the touch, wet. Stroke his hair. Stroke his hair gently. Write it down. The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a rag doll's head. Interfacing. There must be brillianite in there. He's combed his hair back with oil. Keep petting him. Write down short and light. Write it down, adding the brilliantine. Let's see. Keep petting him. More hair sticks to the glove. Hair off the rain-soaked head of the dead man. There are bumps and dips in the skull below, an alien landscape. Right down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Write down, but amend for high velocity.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
Still wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
I'd read the Kuno Bible. Interfacing. You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters. Oh yeah, I'm prepared. Pet the chain cutters. Good thing we've got these chain cutters. Pull out the rubber-gripped cutters. Let's see, hangman. Oops. There we go. The hangman lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose. Good thing we got these chain cutters. Pull out the
Always good to think ahead. Now...
he points to the rope, squeezing the dead man's neck.
We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see. Yes, I'm Kuno's pig. I agree. I'm not your pig, Kuno. Look for a good spot to cut. I'm your pig, Kuno.
You are? This pig is Kuno's.
Look for a good spot to cut. The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the yeast. Uncle Piggy? No. Interfacing. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. Like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose. Let's see. Oh, watch it fail. 92 physical instrument, 92%. +3 interfacing. Oh, gave instructions. +1 agreement with Kuno. That's cut the belt off. Success. After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot, tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Press down. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut, and the belt falls apart, like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck, and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove, until there's a gap.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! Let's get up and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Unremarkable. Inspect the genitals. Ready to move on. The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch. Ready to move
Back
on.
is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin. Last item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, and moves on to the other hand. Pick up the hand. Let the lieutenant work alone. Inland Empire. His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
It's good to hold your hand. Did you like it when I stroked your hair?
I did, Kobo. I did. Reminded me of when I was just a small boy, before this happened to my face and my body. You did me a kindness there. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
The lieutenant concludes. The dead man's fingers slip from your hand, cold and sausage-like. No sign of injury from struggling. Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
The internal.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Conceptualization. Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story. If I may add the moral of this story.
What would that be?
He looks at you inquisitively. The dead man looks too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story. The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
All right, N.A.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury-related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purging fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
No, don't jork the corpse, no.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched, as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received a dental
It was actually
implant,
autoerotic
possibly a combat
asphyxiation.
wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
We figured it out. Inland Empire. From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands. It looks like the dead man's mouth. No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. Look inside the dead man's mouth. Look deeper inside. Damaged my health, no. It's hard. Once more you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Not the David Carradine? No. Inside, you see darkness, just a mess of meat and darkness. Inland Empire. There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Write it down. Oh wait, the lieutenant repeats impatiently. He lets go of the jaws. The mouth snaps shut before you.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why? Don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so. Is that a blood doctor or something?
Neither am I.
What is it?
That's it.
Okay.
Same
NA?
for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Electrochemistry. Brimming with cocaine. Write down NA and add toxicology request.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
A breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around, to the ground, the pool of feces there.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen briefly. Write it down amid the voila. Write it down, keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
3. Description of injuries. Summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
And this is a team effort.
You mean the spin-stabilized munition from a kill A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung? That was not a team effort. I just missed my shot. Also, let's not mention it. Muddies the water.
I agree, the waters are muddy enough. But isn't that sloppy? Keep it minimal, so back to the injuries.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
The boy nods approvingly.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
1. Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Beneath the description, there are 2 boxes waiting to be ticked. A. Opinion. Fatal injury. B. Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Right down. Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury, 2 boxes. A option, fatal injury. Option B, non-fatal post-mortem. Fatal injury.
No, it's not.
Fucking fatal as shit, sailman!
Bitch saying your injuries weren't fatal, Kuno. You gonna let it stand?
I do what I want, see? Learn it.
I'll put it down as fatal. Okay, non-fatal post-mortem.
Right.
That's
Next.
3. Ligature marks. Finish the autopsy.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side, awaiting your judgment. The ring around his neck is visible. Option A, fatal injury. Option B, non-fatal post-mortem. The lieutenant falls silent abruptly.
Why do you say that? Is it like that fatal stone injury, or are you serious?
I just took a whack in the dark. I'm serious. I don't think this was the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
I arrived at the conclusion through the physic arts. Why weren't his hands tied? A big man like this, I would tie his hands when marching him to the gallows. There's no reason. It's just random, I guess.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you're right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
And let's see. A body bag. Let's wrap this up. First, how did it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Electrochemistry. Oh yeah. Well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order. Perhaps a drink is in order later, I mean.
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
Esprit de corps, please get yourself together. The lieutenant from Precinct 57 thinks. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out a copy of the autopsy pages.
For processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again. Composure. You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. Tell me something, dead man. Perception. 17%. Hold on. Take him away, Lieutenant. The body, get away. Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, loony rooney.
At the autopsy, you said you have ancient mysteries.
Oh yes, Kobo mi lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Yeah, but to where, brother?
Just a small gulp away, my beloved Kobo. Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Wait, leave real quick. Alright. Perception. 28%. 1. Look in the mouth. 1. Didn't establish probable cause. Let's see. Search the body one more time. Thoroughly. No. You run your hands over the victim's cold body. His limbs, his torso, with his swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. Look at his pants again. The genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You see the penis of the dead man. If you've seen it once, you've already got the picture.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
Inland Empire. You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you. Yes, there's something we're not seeing. I've got a gut feeling that there's more to this corpse. No, let's just leave.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Can't we just hang out here for a while? Okay, but where do we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
I need to take another look at the body first. Let's hurry then.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Okay, let's see. Let me try something first here. I know how to refrigerate the body, but I think I can just get the... If I put a point in the... I think it's perception. Where is it? Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I didn't finalize it. Oh wait, yes, I did. Oh wait. Accept changes in clothes. Okay, there we go. There we go, 58% now. Success. There we go. Your arm reaches out to your... Your arm reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand. What is this? His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat swollen lips, like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent all around. Crawl up his nostrils. They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in there. Push your fingers in his nose. Only the little one fits, the flesh changing shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage.
The fuck is he doing?
You hear a voice squeak. It sounds very far away. Perception. The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider. Put your fingers in his mouth. The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. Inland Empire. You're on the right track. Play with it. This feels right. Open your eyes and look. No, touch something else. The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile even. Through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding, hard pearls of bone in the gums, and in the back of the mouth. Perception. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in. Open your eyes and look. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands, and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing, death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished, no larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius. The edges appear darkened. Say, fuck yeah. Touch it with your finger. Gently proceed. Fuck yeah.
Keep going.
Kuno nods too. He takes a step closer. Touch it. A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Put your finger in. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage, wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
The fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
Brainstem. Feel around first. Push deeper. Yes, that's what that part is called. Feel around first. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. Conceptualization. This man will never sleep again, never wake. Push deeper. Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. Island Empire. Oh, inland. The ugulations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet. There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres. The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
fucking cavity, see?
Kuno's voice is hushed, pushed deeper. Your fingers are in all the way now, reaching towards the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. Wriggle in. Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly, cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrists as you push deeper in, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Perception. Ice cold, serrated metal. Its edge cut right through the latex and into your finger. I feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Inspect the skull first. There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right at the back of his head. Your fingers must be pointing straight at it from the inside. Visual calculus. The object that is in there stopped just short of the skull in the encephalus, and knocking his tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
The lieutenant leans closer.
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
Because Harry throws. Well, I think he probably pukes if you. I think if you have, what do you call it, low, morale or whatever. Interfacing 92%. One precise spot of the exit wound. Fish it out. Well, thank you. It is a crazy build. The racist, fascist, hobo, apocalypse cop. You pick the object from between your index finger and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal, with your face twisting from pain and concentration. All you need to do is just whisper, "I got it."
My pig's fucking got it?
He's just Florida man, Florida Harry.
What? What is it?
Slowly pull your fingers out. The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove as you pull out. Sweat dripping down your brow. Carefully, not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. Drop it in. The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
"A non-calibre. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact."
"Can I have it?" Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift."
Of course. You deserve it.
The lieutenant drops the bag in your hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
It sounds like heaven. Sounds about right. Say nothing, just nod.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Goddamn right. Agreed. I'm still not sure. Look at your hand, quizzically. Goddamn
And one
right.
last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Post-mortem. treatment.
Logic. He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact. Treatment? The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone. It was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead? Dabba doop doop.
Deadity dead.
You think so?
I did not just come up with this. I've had my doubts since you showed me the tracks, officer. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him? There is no satisfactory explanation. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
Esprit de corps. We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there. Who would do this? Why would anyone do this? I think I need to wash myself. Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
Anti-coordination. This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it. Would do this.
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Harry, you stink. Let's see, what happens next?
We put him in a bag and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. The body bag should contain the odor for the duration of the transport. I would drive him to processing, but it's too late to do that today. I'll do it first thing tomorrow. No problem. One more thing. This was really good work, detective.
No. Let's drag him to the kanema. You're finished with the corpse.
All right.
That's it. I don't think I did the right thing to get the boots off the dead guy, though.
I will need a little hat carrying him.
You
take the hat.
Didn't give me any
I'll take the
option
leg.
to interact with it. Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Yeah, I don't get the boots. Oh well. Let's see. I got a level, I'll save that for when I come across something else. Let's see. Okay, so I got the... Where's the bullet? Ah, here we go. Evidence. Fractured bullet. A bullet mushroomed out on impact. It now looks more like a fanciful jacket button than something that could pierce skin, flesh, and bone. The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Inland Empire. Besides his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny shriveled head of cauliflower. What did I do? What do I do with you, bullet? Feel the bullet to the bag. The bullet has nothing more to say.
What?
Lieutenant steps closer. I said, what do I do with you, bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say, find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Feel the bullet through the bag. The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. Feels cold, even through the bag. Inspect the bullet closer. The jacket of the bullet is made of yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark gray core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter. Look at the jacket. You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard. And the core? It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
Bullet. It's a jacketed bullet. Close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader, like those typically found on the streets of Martinez. Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
I need more bullets, I need more bullets. Inland Empire, something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that are open for a while. Hand-eye coordination 8%. Try to determine what type of weapon shot this. Well, that's gonna fail. But the bullet has nothing more to say. Put it away. Time to rise and grind. I'm a hustle grinder. Let's see. Oh, I never drank my booze. Hold on, where's my... For the task, where is it? Well, I should probably save it for when I need a physical challenge thingy. Let's see. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on the cover. Alright there, Faye, you have a good night. I'm about to end here soon in a few minutes anyway. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This is a book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about Boldiero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your minds. The government reads your minds using radio technology. Do I have a... I only have a few of these. Here's my...
We're gonna beat these people. Now I try to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight. These people hate our children.
No, that was AJ after he lost the $1 billion in his court case. That would be right after the... That's probably how he reacted after the election as well. No, this is him after the election.
I'm a guy that takes depressants, not pills, alcohol, because I can't handle the truth. And I know that's the issue. I can't handle how alive I am right now in the fight against these tyrants.
I played the wrong one. Oh well, that's also after the court case. Here's him to Trump.
And let me tell you, I've been taken up to the third heaven. I've been jacked into the big plan. I've seen it. I've seen it. I can't even compute all of it. It's so fantastical. You've not seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't smelled nothing like this. I don't have words to tell you. But I tell you, anybody tries to get in the way of the incredible plan the big guy's got for us has got me pissed, and I'm just begging to stay on the team, man. Just put me in the game, coach. Whatever you say, coach. I know I'm weak. I know I'm pathetic. Man, you're amazing. I'm so lucky you, baby. What do I do, Bob? Like a hunting dog, man. Just take me out of the house. Just turn me on them. Just tell me what I got to do. Tell me how I serve you. Tell me what I can do for you right now. Woo!
I heard they wanted to make him the White House press secretary, which would be the funniest timeline. Having to hear Alex Jones like address journalists every day. It would be it would be incredibly funny. a bit of humor in our dark times ahead. I mean, like, what are your opinions on the current situation? I mean, like the vaccines are turning the frogs gay, please. Every time there's like a mass shooting, he's gonna be like, "It wasn't real. These are crisis actors. We're not gonna acknowledge this." These are... All right. Well, that's on that note, I'm gonna end it there for tonight, I guess. There's an extra deep state trying to overthrow us. The shadow government, run by Obama and Hillary. Alrighty, well, thank you all very much for watching, and have a good night.